他当然是认为说是神做错了。
So now, get this.
你看我得到这些都是神的错误。
He left, he departed from the ways of God to get wisdom.
他离开神去寻找智慧。
He cannot really understand or make sense of life without God.
他不晓得说人没有神的话，他的生命就没有意义。
He experiences a lot of inner turmoil and grief because of this.
他自己创造一些渴望、需求、奢求的事。
So he blames the God that he has abandoned for his troubles.
所以他得到的结果，他就指责说：“神，你将这么多的痛苦加重在我的身上。”
Now you've heard stories like this.
我相信你听过这样的故事。
You have some young man or woman.
有这样的年轻的男人或者是女孩。
Mom and dad raise them right and try to teach them the right things about life and to grow up to be a fine young man or young lady.
他们的父母教导他们，希望他们能够成为有用的人，成为一个成功的一个年轻人或者年轻的女人。
But the young person will not listen. They're going to go do their thing their way, apart from their parents.
这些年轻人，他们经常会忽略他们父母的教导，他们要照着自己的意愿去过活。
And so they go do their own thing against the advice of their parents. And what happens? Their life is a train wreck.
所以他们就去照着自己的意愿去过生活，然后我们看到他们就像被火车载过一样。
They look around and say, "My life is a mess."
然后他们会说，我的生命就是这样的处在一个恶劣的情况。
They say, "It can't be my fault.
这不应该是我的错误吧？
I know whose fault it is.
我知道是谁的错，
Mom and Dad messed me up.
就是我的父母不让我变成这样。
I heard my grandmother say this years ago to my father's younger brother, who has been dead many years.
我记得那时候我的祖母跟我的叔叔这样讲，
He made a wreck of his life.
因为他叔叔他的生命就像
And my
悲
grandma
情几亿的。
and my grandmother told him, "You should have listened to your father. Things would have been good."
祖母会告诉他说：“你假如听你爸爸的话的话，你就不会这样，你的生命就会过得很好。”
But he didn't want to hear that. No.
我的叔叔绝对不愿意去听这种话。
And he says, "It's grievous, and I have been afflicted."
他说我所做的是一个非常极重的劳苦。
That is, I've just added a lot of labor and hardship to my life.
我增加了许多的劳苦，许多的工作，却得不到好的结果。
We hear a lot in the news about the opioid and other drug problems in our culture, in our society.
我们今天听到很多问题在我们中间，这些毒品就是以前给中国人的鸦片，现在美国人直接尝到这个恶果。
I'm going to tell you something. I must not be very smart because I don't understand this.
因为事实上我并不是这么的聪明，有些事情我自己也不晓得。
Anyone can observe that these drugs and misuse of painkillers and all these things, it destroys lives. People are dying right and left over this stuff.
我实在没有办法去了解这些用毒品的人，他们岂会不知道说这些毒品会让他的生 生活，让他生命是这样的低沉。
They lose jobs, lose families, die. I mean, it's just a catastrophe.
他们假如走上那条路，他们的家庭、他们的生命都会有极端的困苦。
I ask, if everyone can see what a disaster it is, why in the world are you doing this stuff to begin with?
那奇怪的，这些人明明知道这样，那为什么他会去做呢？
You do not have to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
你事实上不需要是一个很聪明的科学家，才知道你的结果会是什么。
And yet, people without God just keep going and going and going into a grievous life, and they never learn because they leave God out of their lives.
我看到这些人没有神在他们心中，他们就自己去做。那我们看到他们的结果是这样的悲惨。
So he says, all this is a grievous task.
所以我们看到这些是一个很灰色的一个结果。
And it means this evil.
让这些凶恶坏的事情，
Well, if it's evil, then it cannot be of God.
当然，假如是魔鬼所做的，当然不是神的旨意。
And he says, I have been afflicted.
他说：“我要极重的劳苦，
But it's not a God-inflicted wound.
不是神给我的，是我自己寻找所经历的。
It is a self-inflicted wound. But he gave it to himself.
是我自受的结果。
Now, the second thing Solomon teaches us here is this.
第二件事情，所罗门在这里要告诉我们的，
Verse 14.
就是在14节。
I have seen all the works which have been done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and striving after wind.
我见日光之下所做的一切事，都是虚空，都是不风。
And here Solomon teaches us, he teaches us that without God, man's search finds nothing worthwhile.
在这里，他就想告诉所罗门告诉我们说，没有神，人去寻找
Both mental
可以
and
得到的，都是没有一件事情是值得的。
both mental and physical work have no eternal value without Christ.
也就是说，不管你在灵里面，在你物质上的生命里头，
And
你假
Solomon,
如没有神的话，一样的都是虚空。
and Solomon goes and talks about this later. You just leave it to your heir, the people that come after you.
你假如你继续财宝，就把它遗留下来给你的继承人。
Death and time erase it all.
你所做的也是一个虚空。
And he says here, all is vanity and striving after wind.
他说你所做的一切事，就像是在风里面，你要去捉风一样，抓不到任何的东西。
Now watch this.
Let's see.
就像他刚刚所做的动作，
I'm trying to catch the wind.
他要去抓风，那是
But
捕
it's,
风，那他都看到，我们可以看得到的，他手里面是空空的，
but it's not there.
因为抓不到这些空气。
If I catch it, what do I have?
你假如抓到的话，你抓到什么呢？
Nothing.
没有任何的东西在你手上。
What do those without Christ pursue in life?
你的生命假如没有神的话，你就像这样的一个动作。
What did Jesus say?
我们的主耶稣怎么跟我们说呢？
What shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
他跟他的门徒当时是这样说：能得到全世界，却失掉他的灵魂，有什么意义呢？
You recall the eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes.
你可以想象Howard Hughes 这个亿万富翁在他生命当中。
Someone asked Howard Hughes, how much money does it take to make a man happy?
有人问这个亿万富翁说，多少钱才会让一个人感到快乐？
You know what he said?
你知道他说什么呢？
He said, just a little bit more.
他说，人都希望说，再给我少的多一点。
How many cowboy hats does it take to make Stephen happy?
多少的牛仔帽可以让我感到高兴呢？
I got this one. It was special made.
我得到这个是一个很特别的事，特别的做的，对啊，特别做的。
The same company made President Trump a custom cowboy hat for his. His was much more expensive than mine.
这个公司就是替川普总统做那牛仔帽的一个公司。当然，他的牛仔帽跟我的那个质料不太一样。
I specified the color of the trim and the shape and the crown, all that.
我订这个帽子的时候，告诉他我要怎么样的滚边，要怎么样的颜色，要怎么样的一个弧度啊。
My wife asked me one day, "So, are you over the cowboy hat thing yet?"
所以我的太太问我说：“你对那个牛仔帽的爱好是不是已经过了这个热衷的时期？”
That was 4 hats ago. I now have 10 cowboy hats for real.
这是在我有4顶帽子之前，你知道我现在一共有5顶了。
I'm a bad boy. ，Can you repeat that? I'm a bad boy.
他说我是一个坏孩子。
Without God in my life, we never get satisfaction.
假如没有神的话，你永远得不到满足。
While I do like my hats, it's a lot of fun.
我要这个帽子，实际上是一个很浪费的事。
I'm glad I can say, as I believe you can, that I'm truly satisfied in life because I have Christ.
我可以告诉你，我非常的感到满足，因为有神在我的当中。
Because if apart from Christ, we chase what we cannot catch.
没有神的话，我们好像在寻找，在要抓住什么，但是我们所抓住的永远抓不到。
Without Christ, we chase what we cannot see.
我们没有神的话，我们好像在寻找一些好的结果，却是我们眼睛看不到的，我们抓不到。
And without Christ, we chase what really is not.
我们没有神的话，我们所需求的，事实上是一个不存在的东西。
And you don't listen fast enough because I'm only half done. I'll finish it later.
告诉你实话，我 现在所讲的只是不到一半，我们以后还会继续来看。
What is our task?
我们要做什么呢？
To bear witness to Christ.
我们要将我们的智慧靠托主耶稣基督。
And in a world that rejects God,
这个世界拒绝了神，
to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
要对这个世界将神的福音传开。
Jesus stood before Pilate, and Pilate said, "What is truth?"
耶稣基督在比拉多审判的台前，他说什么是真理？
Truth, eternal truth, was standing right in front of him.
他说我就是真理，站在你面前的这个受你审判的，就是那个真理。
The Bible says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God."
在约翰福音第1章那里讲说，起初有神的话，有道，道与神同在，道就是神。
So we pursue the truth here.
我们知道我们所信的那个真理就存在这个圣经里头。
And I can't talk about it for time, but you know, many of the early scientists made great scientific discoveries and made great discoveries in the area of medicine. Most of them early on were Christians.
我想告诉你的，就是说，对人类有许多贡献的这些人，很多都是一个虔诚的基督徒。这些科学家，这些医疗上的专家，他们在神的旨意底下，他们寻求真理，他们发现对人类许多有益的事。
Pursue truth in Christ.
在主里头，你可以寻找真理。他给我了6